back. It is Mornings with Pat Kreitlow on 98.9 WXCO. Online at WXCO.FM, mobile devices, and Alexa by searching WXCO, and on the Civic Media app. The time is 8:52. Again, a very pleasant start here in north central Wisconsin. A much more comfortable start. Temperatures in the mid-50s and expected to get into the lower to middle 70s before all is said and done today. Coming up in just a few minutes, we'll have our number for the day quiz. And Ian, just for a few minutes for you to stew on it. The topic will be Wisconsin heat.
Wisconsin heat.
Wisconsin heat. So think about that, and we'll have that number for the day coming up in just a couple of minutes.
Sounds good.
Wanted to remind folks that today you have an opportunity to let your congressman know what you think. There is a little bit of good trouble going on in Wausau today at Tom Tiffany's office. It's called the Tom Tiffany Betrays Wisconsin Rally. I like the name. According to a press release, Tom Tiffany knowingly voted for a bill that he knows will threaten basic health and food support for our most vulnerable neighbors. These cuts will further force even more people into crisis and increase costs for everyone through rising healthcare prices and economic instability. We must come together and say no to these cruel and dangerous policies. Toxic Tom thinks this big, beautiful bill is wonderful. Despite all your calls and letters, it's big and it's ugly. So today, come on out to rally at Tom Tiffany's Wausau office. The Tom Tiffany Betrays Wisconsin Rally today from noon until 1:30 p.m. at 2620 Stewart Avenue in Wausau. Please park in the strip mall parking lot behind the U.S. Bank parking lot. There were some areas where sprinklers were turned on to try to keep folks away. So you may want to wear a rain slicker if you're in the area where those sprinklers are. So, but again, today from noon till 1:30 at 2620 Stewart Avenue, Wausau, Tom Tiffany Betrays Wisconsin Rally. Also, this evening, there's an opportunity at the Marathon County Public Library to talk about Fair Maps. There's a Fair Maps community hearing at the Wausau branch of the Marathon County Public Library tonight at 6 p.m. because, again, the vital importance of knowing what to do in terms of making sure that your legislators know what you're thinking in terms of fair maps, and just a chance to talk about some ideas on legislation and what's been worked on. It is a program that's sponsored by the League of Women Voters of Marathon County. And again, it's at 6 o'clock at the Marathon County Public Library. So a couple of opportunities to let your voice be heard in our democracy. Ian, there's one thing I wanted to mention real quickly. This morning, a rescission bill has passed the Senate. And once it passes the House, as expected, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting budget will be zeroed out for the first time since 1967. And I was talking about this with Pat Kreitlow in our first segment. And back in the late 60s, when there was controversy about funding for public broadcasting, there was a hearing where Senator John Pastore, who was a clown, to be blunt with you, who tried to make his hay by trying to clean up television and be this moral arbiter of what's going on.
Oh, brother.
Well, he held a hearing, and he was basically out there saying he was not going to give a dime to public broadcasting. But then Fred Rogers, Mr. Rogers, spoke. And he was so good in what he said. The Senator Pastore said, doggone it, you just got your money. Because Mr. Rogers was so good. And just last month, I again watched the documentary, Won't You Be My Neighbor, the life story of Mr. Rogers. And they showed that clip.
Yeah.
And
I remember that clip.
The idea of what Republicans are doing right now, and what they're doing is actually going to hurt many of their own voters, because many of the voters for the Republicans are in rural areas. I think a lot of the culture wars have been because I got people on the conservative side. But this funding keeps a lot of public television and radio stations on the air in rural areas, the areas that need this broadcasting.
That's right.
So I just think this is an outrage. And this morning, another step forward. And that's one reason why people like Tom Tiffany need to hear from the people.
Absolutely.
Because what they have been passing, first in the big, beautiful bill, and now something like this when it comes to public broadcasting, poll after poll after poll shows that the American people do not agree with a lot of these policies when it comes to health care, when it comes to public broadcasting, and so many other areas.
People are getting very upset by this.
But they keep on passing them. So again, you have to let your voice be heard. And again, be out at Tom Tiffany's office today on Stewart Avenue from noon until 1:30 p.m.
And be mindful of the sprinklers, too.
Yeah, there you go. Let's go to our number for the day quiz. A chance for you to clinch a winning week. You're 2 for 3 so far this week.
Yes, I am.
And,
Wisconsin Heat.
Wisconsin Heat. So our number for the day is the hottest temperature ever recorded in Wisconsin history.
Ever recorded.
Ever recorded.
Okay.
So the hottest temperature ever recorded in Wisconsin history. I'll give you a little information.
Okay.
It occurred on July 13th, 1936 in Wisconsin Dells. So the record has stood for nearly 90 years.
Okay.
All right. Your choices are 109 degrees, 114 degrees, 119 degrees.
What are the choices one more time again?
109, 114, and 119.
You know what? I'm going to say, well, my gut here. I'm going to say 114. 114 is my final answer.
The hottest temperature ever recorded in Wisconsin history is 114 degrees.
Oh, I can't believe I got
3
that
out
right.
of 4. You are red hot this week. You're going to try for an A grade tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Have a great rest of your day.
You too, Chad. Happy Thursday, everybody.
And everybody stick around. Coming up after an information update, it's Matt and Air on Air here on 98.9 WXCO.